Hi everybody, it's your girl Victoria. Get ready with me. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're gonna be getting ready with me. First things first, let's talk about this. Resident Evil in the room. I have never in my entire life, even in puberty, had acne, and today for some reason it decides like it wants to be big and bad and bold all on my face. So we're struggling with this, but that's okay. That's why we're here. We're gonna do makeup. Secondly, I chopped all my hair off, y'all. I feel so liberated, like brand new me, same me, but I look different. You know what I'm saying? Incognito. But in order for this to work, I need to get my hair out of my face. All right. Secondly, happy February and happy Black History Month, kings and queens. Soul sister right here, Native American, indigenous people, black people. If you know, you know. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is talk about me and why I quit personal training and how I'm gonna relaunch my business. If you didn't know and you haven't heard from my last video, actually I own a business. It's called Training LLC, and for me, it's one of the many endeavors that I have choosing to go forward in my future. I created it around, I want to say 2019 time frame. Things started happening, finishing school. I got my exercise science degree and my bachelor's in that, and I really wanted to go my own way, start doing things that help benefit people in the long run, and personal training was one of those things for me. So while I was in school and before I graduated, I actually ended up taking the ACE, so the ACE, Certified Personal Trainer certification test, and I actually ended up passing. So that was awesome. So as long as well as my bachelor's degree in exercise science, I had that personal training certification, and in school before I graduated, I had to take an exam to become a certified exercise physiologist, which of course I passed. So I have been maintaining those over the years, and just, to keep up to date for the day when I do return to personal training. So that's a little background about me and, my history of exercise, physiology, anatomy, all the things. So another thing to go off of that is why did I stop doing personal training? So for starters, at first, I was single, living my life, everything like that. Ended up, getting married, had a baby, all those things. And it just kind of ended up being more of a risk than a benefit for me. So, after getting my bachelor's degree, ended up getting divorced, happened to be a single mother, raising my baby on my own. I needed something more consistent. Personal training is so rewarding, watching your clients, go from point A to point B, and it's just not only about their physical fitness and watching them grow in that area, but more so watching them grow overall as an individual, mentally and physically. And even emotionally. A lot of people ended up, emotionally being able to benefit from exercising and working things out that way. So, yes, it was beneficial, but then at the end of the day, it wasn't something substantial. And what I mean by that is, yes, I had these clients. I had a lot of great clients. But the problem is, if people show up, a lot of times, especially if you're working for a gym or something like that, you don't get paid. And when you do work for gyms, they ended up taking a lot of your money. And when I mean a lot, I mean 20%. So say you're only making $30 an hour, they're going to take 20% of that. And that's not really something, especially in today's climate, that you can sustain life on. So it was just, what I'm saying, it was a big decision for me. I enjoy training my clients. I love watching them develop and watching their, become so much confident within themselves. Like I said, being a single mom, trying to toggle all of that while you know, having to provide childcare, having to, you know, just feed your family, pay mortgages and things of that nature. If you don't have a huge clientele, then it becomes really hard to be sustainable, and that's kind of like one of the reasons why I decided to, you know, start doing that. One of the other issues that I kind of fell into was the fact that, like, a lot of trainers end up wanting their clients to stay with them like forever. Like, you know, they don't teach them to grow. For me as a trainer, I wanted my clients to have to not need me. Yes, that's crazy, I know. But what I mean by that is you should be training and teaching your clients how to be able to do these exercises on their own. You know, I've always believed that, like, stagnation is losing, and I refuse to be a loser, and I wanted my clients to feel the same exact way. So I taught them things, and I trained them to become self-sufficient, like not having to rely on me for really anything, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted them to be able to grow and have the ability to train on their own. So that was one thing for me. I also, like, hated the fact that when I did work for gyms, like, a lot of times, you know, you have to, like, I don't know, like, yes, of course you would taper things to each client's individuality, but, like, I feel like a lot of times, like, they only give you, like, a small amount of time to be able to sufficiently train, like, your client. And if you don't have enough time to really, like, teach, I feel like nobody's ever going to learn, you know? And everybody has different learning curves, different learning, you know, ways of learning, whether that's audible, visual, physical, you know, that type of thing. And I think a lot of people forget that personal training isn't just about working out. It's like psychology, anatomy, physiology, like all these things. And, you know, it's about a person's mindset, what they believe, how they believe in themselves, their knowledge base of what they know, you know, and all those things of that nature. And it was difficult to try to be able to train people in 30-minute sessions. You can't, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and you can't have somebody sit here for the first time, you know, ever really being in a gym or anything like that, and they only come once a week, and you hope that they retain the information that you taught them from last time, and kind of, you know what I'm saying, like, it was just difficult, and it was hard to be able to, not difficult on my end, but difficult to try to help people retain and maintain information that you teach them, and then in hopes of that they will return. And like I said, if they didn't return, then it's not like you're getting paid. So it was just a lot, and, you know, I kind of wanted to step away from that, like I said, when I had my daughter, so I could have something more substantial. So for me, I ended up going back to school, and I'm currently a respiratory therapist now. But the whole reasoning for us being here in this video is, you know, talking about my business and bringing that Betty back, because it's called Titan Training LLC. First of all, if you know the definition of a Titan, it's a conqueror, one who conquers all, and, you know, is, you know, that it's giant in size. Yes, you know, obviously, like, we want to be strong, but it's the whole concept of, like, being a big dog, you know what I'm saying? Side note, Tarte, I love you. You never let me down. This Tarte BB Cream Blur Tinted Moisturizer, I'm using it as my foundation, but when I tell you, baby, this one's medium tan. Medium tan, everything. The best. If y'all can see, look at her photo finish. But yeah, so I'm currently working on my master's degree. So I am going for a master's in business and administration with a concentration in health management, excuse me. Oh no, you see that? So many things that I could do with this degree. Obviously manage healthcare situations, because like I said, I am a respiratory therapist, so essentially I could become a managerial position. Sorry, my chair's new. A little theater chair. I'm trying to break this baby in, but essentially I could be a manager for, you know, where I work at, or in any other hospital setting, or just like a manager in general. And it doesn't have to be in healthcare, but essentially what I plan on doing is taking this knowledge that I'm learning from this new career field and using it towards kickstarting, revamping my whole fitness brand. Like, I literally created different shirts, different training programs. I did online training courses, but I want to incorporate all that. I want to have eventually like something where people can come and connect. I want to have people, also not just fitness, but like mental health and well-being, and incorporating different, things into my business. Maybe even hiring people from different walks of life, where there's like a psychologist for the mental health portion, a personal trainer obviously for the fitness portion, marketing and branding, like the clothing line, having a physical therapist that could chime in on things like that, maybe even partnering with like someone with a nutrition background. So it's gonna be all encompassing. And yes, like, I know for a fact that it's gonna take time. It's gonna take years. Like, nothing happens overnight, especially like knowing that you gotta start from somewhere. You gotta start from scratch, and it is what it is. But I'm excited. I am ready for this portion of my life. The degree program is a 2-year program, and essentially at first I was like, I could do this in a year. This is not hard. This is whatever. Yeah, when I tell you, like, I literally am in a world uncharted, unknowns to me. Like, statistics, who? What? Like, I ain't never had a Excel spreadsheet scare me. Because why? Like I said, this is nothing I've ever done before. Like, this is all new to me. And, I obviously want to do my best, and I want to be able to focus and hone in on the skills that I do have and that I, know, and be able to learn and grow and adapt and change to these things. So, if you're new and starting college soon and you have an exercise science degree on your radar as something that you want to pursue, you want to go after, drop questions below. I'll answer them freely and more than happily do so. You want to be a respiratory therapist and, go from there and want to know more about like healthcare and, just questions in general. Just drop them below. Ask. Like, I want you guys to be vulnerable enough with me because I'm vulnerable enough with you. And if you don't, boo. I ain't mad at it. But I want to be better. I want to do better. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get there. We're gonna build this building brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? And first things first, to start with my home gym. I'm gonna be dropping some videos soon for y'all on me building my gym. But let me tell you, baby, this weather we've had, this weather we have here, it's been ridiculousness, and I'm not about to get out there and freeze my tail off trying to do all that. So it's gonna happen, and it's gonna come when it comes, but right now is not the time for that. I'm gonna go grab my eyeshadow, cause I forgot it. I'll be right back. Got a little vintage throwback. What y'all know about the Naked palettes? Am I showing my age? Is this before y'all's time? I got the 2 and 3 by Urban Decay. But yeah, we rocking and rolling with this baby. She ain't let me down yet. Obviously, on the theme of February and Valentine's Day, we are going to do some pink. I know normally I do nudes, and you know what I'm saying, like, it's my comfort zone, but I'm gonna do pink. And I think honestly, it's just because, like, I think it looks good in my eyes, but I know I need to like venture out and try new things. This is so sheer. and light. I'm probably gonna have to use my other palette because I feel like y'all are not gonna be able to see this. And I want this baby to be pink. But, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take everything one day at a time. It ain't nothing to it. So business major. Sounds crazy to me to say, but I'm ready. Excited. Okay, so this is that. Don't ask me. I can't say that. Here's the back. Obviously, y'all can't read backwards, but it has a very beautiful palette colors. Try this one and that one. Ew. She looks a little darker. Let's see what she's giving. Yes. See? That's what I'm talking about. You see the difference? Much better. Give us some pink color. Overall, I hope you guys are doing well. And I appreciate you chiming in and hanging out with me. Okay, I'm kind of liking this with my hazel eyes. Yes. I also forgot to mention that today we are doing all liquid look. Obviously, the eyeshadow is not liquid because I don't even think I own liquid eyeshadow. I'm gonna add that to the list, but yes, all liquidy, all dewy, flawless. And then this is the Milk Mascara, Push K USH mascara. I always make like an ugly face when I put on mascara. Like, I don't know about y'all, but mouth be wide open. She a little dry. I don't think it wants to come out. Yeah, babes. Not giving what it thought it was gonna give. I'm gonna grab a different one because this one isn't it. Be back. Got another one. So this one is the Clinique High Impact Hi-Fi Full Volume Mascara. That's how you can tell. That's what it's supposed to sound like. It's not like it's wet. Because, oh, y'all see that difference? Oh, girl. She's showing up. Yes, that is what I need. Something to actually work. Oh no, not me getting it all over my eyelid. Don't worry, we can fix that. We're gonna come in. And last but not least, we have this little baby Tawny Chili. Like chili meat. Korean brand. It's cute. Last but not least, these are One Size Setting Spray by Patrick Starr, brown sugar. Woo! Gets me every time. A moment for the fan. Alright everyone, here is the finished look. I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you have an amazing February. Obviously, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for everything, and I love you guys. Loving this look. Have an amazing Valentine's Day. See you later.